Alright, well, let me know once we're ready to do introductions. Just got a black screen right now.
Okay, we are ready whenever.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, 1 second.
Your thing is seizuring out, sir.
Yep. It's not going to be seizuring out soon. This, by the way, thank you to Blizzard for resetting everything every time a game patches.
Alright, well, Panda is sorting things out currently. Let me know once we're good to go. I've got epic things set up right now.
Yeah, it should be good to go.
Now, the only thing you guys are missing right now is there's a pylon down from Frost, but that's about it. Or sorry, KillerUnit, as we've been instructed to call him.
Yeah, and he's actually making this in his base. So it will be a gateway expand. Most likely, it could be some other one-base play. But meanwhile, over in the Zerg side of things, we have an 8-pool. Was this a 7-pool or an 8-pool?
I was watching because I was watching the stream, trying to make sure everything was working.
Okay. Everything is
Sorry.
working now.
Well, you know what, while this pool gets built, we'll figure out what he's going to do in a second, as we'll see Zerglings on the field or not. But in the bottom right corner, we do have the possibly 7, possibly 8 pooling Sasquatch.
Yep. And his opponent spawning in the top left-hand corner of the map, it is FrostRC.KillerUnit. The KU abbreviation stands for. And complexity is currently up 2-1. I will add starboard next game, as I will try to add game one more time. If it doesn't work, but makes things so much easier when it does.
But
6 Zerglings are on the field, and
but KillerUnit will scout this. I mean, it will of course be a little late. The game will be finished. Hopefully, he can build something, buy himself some time. But there we go, 4 Zerglings, 6 Zerglings now. This should really be an indication to him, like, crap, gotta get that Zealot out very, very quick.
Yeah, I mean, he actually doesn't have the chrono boost. He spent 2 chrono boosts on the Nexus. Oh no, this is such a bad position for him to be in. The Zealot will most likely be out in time, and with some nice probe micro, he can minimize his losses. It shouldn't do all too much damage.
He can hold, but he will lose some probes in the process if he's not careful. Because that Zealot, of course, much slower than Zerglings. It'll take them in a head-on fight, but if he just runs around the base all day, Sasquatch can do some major damage. Yeah. And KillerUnit going straight to the mineral line, it looks like, actually.
And he is chrono boosting out a second Zealot, so he's in a good position to defend this. It would have been a little bit better if his opponent had gone for a pretty greedy Nexus first Forge Fast Expand, but still able to force 2 Zealots. Bless you, sir.
Oh, sorry, I thought I muted my mic. My apologies.
No problem. As it was muted a little bit. What did you do? Pillow or?
I turned my head.
All right.
That's about it. Sorry, stream. I thought I hit the mute button. So we go. This pylon is going to go down to these 2 Zerglings because here we go. Like I said, it's all very strong but very slow.
And there's actually a pylon going down here in the natural, preventing Sasquatch from expanding. He does have a gas coming down behind this as well as a follow-up to his early pool. 2 Zerglings remain in the base of his opponents. Oh no, 4, 5 actually.
They're still running around getting chased by these Zealots. Yeah. Can't really afford to engage like no.
Yeah.
You just can't fight Zealots head on. Outrun them, go for that probe line, pick up a probe, keep outrunning them. Do the ring around the rosy. It's your best chance.
Yeah, I'll never forget that that Bly game where he just got 2 Zerglings into the base, ended up with 8 probe kills.
Yeah, Bly and Sheth, I think, are the best players we've ever seen. Handle their Zerglings in a Protoss mineral line. Yeah, so he is finally going to be chased out. But you know, despite this early investment in the pool, looking at the income tab right now, I mean, Sasquatch, 19 workers to 23. Not that far behind, despite not actually picking any off.
Yeah.
And with the addition of that stalker, of course, this Zergling should, will be cleaned up.
Yeah. And Nexus is actually going down here, finally, for KillerUnit, as well as a sentry on the way. So, I mean, we've had pretty continuous drone production here, as he's looking to go up to 27 drones right now. Not quite enough to saturate his natural as soon as it goes down. But
I do like the Sasquatch did not over. That's something very easy to do when you think, shoot, you know, I did an early pool, I've got to make this work. No, 6 Zerglings, drone behind it, in a really nice position.
And these 3 Zealots on the map right now, I mean, he's going against 2 Queens and 2 Zerglings. If he controls these correctly, he can kill a fair amount of drones if Sasquatch isn't careful, but he's committing to this, going straight for Queen.
Yeah, taking that Queen is going to be huge. Running away now from these Zealots.
Yeah.
Well, the other one, this is almost like Marine Micro, but like much slower.
Benny Hill theme playing in the background. Yeah. That one queen actually bugs out trying to get up the ramp, but he will save both of his queens. The spine crawlers do finish in time. And Zerglings with speed.
I think
he actually has enough to be able to catch these zealots out of position.
And I think he only picked off 2 drones through all that too, so I mean, not too bad for Sasquatch.
Yeah. And
if he had lost the queen, that would have been a huge deal, but he did, of course, retain it in red health.
Definitely. A little bit of 3-gate pressure, as we see a couple more zealots being warped in right now. I wonder, let's see, where's this Chrono Boost being allotted right now? Still to his next side, trying to compensate for the delayed Nexus timing there. As Sasquatch does push up with a couple lings. If he's not careful, he's going to get force fielded. And immediately starting on the back rocks. Does the Protoss player... Yeah, he does have vision of this. He even sees a couple Zerglings there.
Zerglings on the left, trying to get in. Yeah, one stock, you should be able to chase this off, or else Sasquatch will lose quite a few Zerglings.
And he is actually getting 3 gateways behind this. It's difficult to say at this point. The fact that he doesn't have additional geysers at his natural most likely means that he's going to look to expand at some point. Unless we see 2 additional gateways or something off of 2 base, but Ohana's a map where you can pretty easily acquire your 3rd base as long as you have ample units to defend that before trying to take it.
And KillerUnit's got to feel very confident right now. I mean, he's got so many sentries, there's just no way for Sasquatch to break into his base this early.
Yeah, that Zealot, like, despite the fact that there were only 2 Zealots there, they had such nice positioning in the watchtower that they managed to take out quite a few Zerglings before they died. And we do have a Spire. It was a pretty fast layer here from Sasquatch, and he is putting an Evo chamber down just to be safe. Possibly start some melee upgrades.
Now, of course, Spires are just... Mutalisks can be so nasty for Protoss to have to deal with.
Yeah, we'll see how much gas... he's just added the additional extractors over at his natural. So I'm interested to see how much gas he'll have when his Spire does end up completing. But this push, most likely we're going to see a pretty stalker-heavy warp-in when we do have a proxy pylon in place. But Sasquatch actually has lings in position to be able to surround this, and it seems like... I don't know, we'll see how he wishes to execute this. But he doesn't have a 3rd base. I don't know if this is going to deter the Protoss from trying to attack up here, or what.
Sasquatch is going for a bit of a counter. There's a pylon there to block off, so not going to have to worry too much about it.
Guardian Shield going down, and this is right before Mutas hit. This is so difficult to deal with because it's Zerglings are vulnerable.
Half of Sasquatch's Zerglings were on the wrong side of the map, unable to break into the base, and now they're forced to return. But they're running into this like reinforcement warping force.
And these Zealots are gonna... actually doing good work, target firing down a lot of the sentries. Because of the lack of Zealots here with this composition, Sasquatch... Zealots are back.
The Zealots were fighting off the reinforcement Zerglings coming back from KillerUnit's base.
Just to look at the worker count right now, 39 to 42, so both players pretty low eco. A lot of Zerglings on the field. It looks like Sasquatch is going to try and break this here. 2 Mutalisks on the way, but his Zerglings...
But these units are so strong, it just doesn't matter. Force field's going down, Zealots out the front. It's going to be hard to break the Protoss lines.
Zealots are just so effective against Zerglings.
If those spine combos had been kept alive, not saying he did anything wrong, but had they survived, this would be a much easier thing to deal with. But unfortunately, with the force field on the ramp, there's no way to even escape these drones out.
Yeah, we do have 10 Mutalisks on the way. There are a fair amount of Stalkers in the composition, and he does have enough energy for Guardian Shield, but doesn't even matter. Lost too many drones with that, and yeah. That was quite an interesting game.